Good morning and welcome to day 2 of what has so far been a merciless mission to follow the River Parrett from source to sea. On day 1 we had travelled 12.5 kilometres through vegetation, deep water and many fallen trees. Coming up on day 2 we would face even more fallen obstacles.
You can probably ram through that.
Some suspicious animals.
Unpredictable.
And our main problem, weirs. You rejoin the action at 7 AM with our morning breakfast delivery.
McDonald's sausage baps. Wakey wakey.
Tough.
Oh, hot food, that is such a luxury.
Sausage bap.
Oh, amazing.
Should we close you up and keep you warm then? Right.
Should we see if the boat's still there?
Luckily the canoe was still where we had left it in the freezing temperatures overnight, full of water and vegetation. So while we got ready for the day ahead, our support crew fashioned us a bailing device.
Emptying out their boat before it freezes overnight tomorrow night.
Keen to make up as much distance as possible, we clambered down to the canoe and set sail early doors with the temperature at a frosty -2 degrees.
Just to prove we're not faking it.
So we did about an hour of canoeing in the dark last night, which was pretty much fine, I'd say. We made good progress for about an hour or something.
Yeah, fingers crossed that we're away this morning.
Despite the river getting wider, obstacles would still be an issue this morning.
You can probably ram through that. Oh, got into a bit of a tank slapper there.
They were becoming less frequent, but each one was still just as time consuming.
There we go. Oh, and it's free in what? Less than 15 minutes?
15-20 minutes,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Not a problem.
There's so much crap in this thing now.
We spent most of the morning battling through the endless fallen trees,
Oh yeah, just like that.
Catch us if you can.
while our support crew came face to face with a suspicious horse.
The horses are unpredictable. Oh my god. Stay away!
Luckily they did make an escape and were able to drop us a care package at the next bridge.
I'm trying to catch a straight line missioner. Oh, I caught one!
Yeah, we got Scotch eggs as well.
There were still some occasions where we had to lift the canoe over trees.
Just got a poster over. As soon as that water shifts, that's going to be that's the point.
However, this would pale in comparison to the upcoming weirs that we would shortly be arriving at.
That is rough and dangerous to go over. We're here in the canoe, and this is the weir.
The weir was extremely noisy, so we could hardly hear what our support crew was shouting.
How on earth are we going to get down here? Huh? We're going to get down here. I can't see around there. I can't see around it.
The plan was to tie a rope to the end of the canoe
You need to hold on to an end. Yeah, we can hell.
and send it down the right-hand channel where there was less flow. But thanks to a miscommunication, the boat went down one of the central channels where the flow was rapid. The boat started filling up with water, and at this point it couldn't be pulled back.
What's gonna happen?
Once we had the rope, we could guide it towards us, but there was still a big problem.
Although it's got a lot of water inside it.
There was no way of emptying it here, so we had no choice but to just try and get in.
They are in. Look at that front, it's so close to going in. Oh my god.
Oh god, we need to get some water out.
Adam tried bailing out the water, but this was useless.
Oh my god. It's not scratching the surface in the total volume of things. We might be here for a while.
So we attempted to go across to the other bank where we could tip the water out, but this was a perilous business.
Adam's gone for the kneeling down on the seat, Tony. Oh my god, that is this big cyclone! That is big cyclone! It's going in! The water was going in!
Oh god, this is not good, Adam. Just don't try and go hard left. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Once we reached the support crew, we were able to tip the water out while staying within the banks.
That was so stupid. Well, obviously you want to go down the right-hand weir, which is fine. No, there's one that we went through.
Oh no, the sign.
Yeah. Do you think this is right?
So if anyone wants to know the state of the underside of the boat, a few little cracks like that.
Hairline cracks.
Hairlines, which don't really mean anything, do they?
keep that in the boat.
Somehow we had managed to stay afloat through the weir, but this was only the beginning, as coming up we had another 3 weirs and more obstacles to come. From this point we were joined in the river by Ranty, a member of our support crew who owned a GoPro which didn't have a condensated lens, nor was it at the bottom of the river. We paddled under the A303 next to a 17th century memorial of 2 children who had died in the river. Hoping we wouldn't have a repeat of that, we continued onwards over a baby weir. Woo! Yeah! And through some wider sections of the river where progress was excellent. At this point we're around 23 kilometres into the overall mission and looking ahead to the remaining 3 weirs before reaching our preferred camp spot.
Are we close to the weir?
Yes.
This time around, the support crew did have a plan for us, but unfortunately it was imagined up by Damien, which meant it was bound to be far too ambitious and unfeasible.
We don't want to just smash it down there.
It's backing around, won't it?
Unfortunately, it did seem like the best of our bad options, so we gingerly posted the canoe down the steps and climbed down after it.
Are you gonna do this?
It's a vertical drop off. We don't know how to get down. It's a bit of a nightmare this one.
This weir was a near vertical drop of over 2 metres, but again we had no choice but to let the canoe go and climb down the bank. This was an exception to the rules we had set of not leaving the river and really wasn't something we wanted to do, but trying to stay in the water over this drop would have been suicidal.
Very much in the river.
Here we have kayaking Ollie for British Lydiard on the far side. We've got on now from Adam and Archie who love the mud near. Kayaking Ollie looks like he's tiring now with Adam and Archie working together in the open clearing with the clear line of sight to the finish. Kayaking Ollie taking the outside lane now, navigating the dense vegetation, hoping for a breakthrough but nothing in sight. Adam and Archie accelerating now, leading up to the last canoe jump. They're beginning to let off with Kayaking Ollie finding a breakthrough path afar. Sabotage seemed like the only option now for them leading into the final furlong. There's a tremendous cheer from the crowd as Kayaking Ollie is going to win it. Kayaking Ollie has won the Gold Cup.
We are churning along.
From here the river only got wider, and aside from a few minor obstacles, we were making great progress until we reached our 3rd and final weir of the day.
It's a bit of a sticky situation with this weir. There's no way we can walk down it or get down the main flow, so we're going to hopefully get the canoe round and down here, and then we're going to rope ladder down into the canoe.
The main flow through the weir was very fast, and so with no other way of getting around it, the plan was to send the canoe down and have Ranty tow it round to the bypass channel where we could climb down and get back in.
We're still above the river, obviously.
Yeah, you're above water, yeah.
Let's do it.
Damien had the canoe 100% secured from the island and was able to feed it down the weir until it got stuck.
Is it stuck?
But no matter, all it took was a quick push and it was free to set sail down the river with enough speed that Ranty couldn't really stop it.
Oh shit, this is
Ranty, bring it back this way!
Yeah, bear with. Shit.
Eventually, another support crew member did walk downstream to help Ranty out.
You got the rope? Yeah. It worked really well in my head.
In the meantime, we were preparing our bungee ladder.
Tying the bungee ladder on here.
This is the way to do it. It's commitment to the Parrett, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not getting off the Parrett, so we just need to wait for the canoe to come back upstream now.
Yeah, someone just like set sail downstream, didn't they?
Yeah, into the foggy distance with our canoe, and there's been no sign of him as of yet.
Eventually, Ranty did show his face and we were able to climb down and back into the boat.
Get in here, Ranty.
Ranty has crashed the canoe. You have to do it lengthways rather than sideways, I think. That's it. Look at that.
Once clear of the weir, we continued on through the 28-kilometre marker where we were lowered our late afternoon feast.
Oh, it's too great! I ordered this.
Oh, is this an Uber Eats delivery?
Yeah. Archie, do you order a?
Yeah.
Do you order an Uber Eats?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well. It's perfect timing. They don't normally give you the box, do they? Do you want the box back?
With another successful food delivery under their belts, our support crew started to plan the best place for us to camp. Although it would have been hilarious to suspend our wooden structure between some trees, there was a very tempting concrete island over the Oath sluice gate where we could pitch our tents. As darkness fell, we were treated to a view of a train passing over the bridge. Which marked only 4 kilometers until our camping spot, so once again we paddled into the darkness.
Cool. Step onto the bridge over the River Parrett.
At this stage it was so cold that sheets of ice were starting to form on the surface of the river.
Is this Ice Bucket Challenge?
We changed into our dry clothes and pitched our tents, ready for the freezing night ahead.
Gonna be a cold night, but we'll get through it.
It shouldn't be too bad.
Alright, so we're at the end of day 2. I'm in my tent now, warmed up. So we've got a whole duvet, half of it's under me, half on top. Big, thick sleeping bag. And I'm just about to get a whole pork pie down my face.
I've got 2 duvets in here, got lots of layers on. I'm finally warming up, so yeah, feeling good. Rest up for tomorrow.
It's only about 6 o'clock as well, which is weird. We were now exactly halfway through the 70-kilometer mission, but with progress getting faster, could we reach the sea before the end of day 3?
Swan!
Boat is in a state.
And we're now just about to go under the M5. Yeah, that's for us. Cheers, mate.
We are going a lot quicker than we were when we got start.
Turns out there's a little crack in the kayak.
Yes.
If you'd like to see the concluding episode of this series right now, plus early access to all future videos, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Link is in the description.